Earlier this week about the predicament she faced when, in her words, her daughter came down to breakfast wearing so much eye makeup, my jaw dropped. Now, this is surely a conversation mums and daughters the world over must have had at some point. But when is the right time to let your teens start wearing makeup?
I don't ever want Bo to wear makeup, actually. She's 10, and it was her birthday at the weekend, and she put some mascara on for the party. And, I think that's kind of enough. But, because I worry that once they start getting into that whole makeup thing, they're then... And it does have a massive impact when a young girl's got a full face of makeup. You know, boys react differently, men react differently. And I think they become more conscious of how they're being perceived, and self-conscious, their image and everything, and I don't want her to get into that yet.
Although saying that, I mean, lots of young girls do wear, not over the top amounts of makeup, but they do wear a little bit. What if Bo's the only person out of all her friends that's not allowed to wear any?
I'll be over the moon.
Really? Don't you think she'd be really upset about
I'd rather she put importance on other things, really, rather than how she looked.
But you know what, Lisa, then she'd probably go and put it on secretly at her friend's house. Yeah. And that'll be worse for you because you're not in on it then.
Well, I mean, it's not that I've said you can't. I've not gone absolutely categorically, no, stay away from the lipstick, back away from the mascara.
Because naturally she's going to want to do what Mummy does.
Because her friends do it. Yeah, well, that's half the problem, you see, because when I was growing up, I used to pile it on.
So did I. I had that black, that sort of, what is it, that blue lipstick, a bit like you, without the lipstick. Black eyeliner.
Oh, goth.
Yes, that goth look I did. Yeah, at school I used to wear mine to school.
See, I don't mind being a goth, because then I'll know that none of the boys will fancy her. That's what I'm scared of. I don't want her to look too sexy, I think.
The goth boys will fancy her.
Oh, that's
what were you
worse,
like when you were a teenager, though? Did your mum let you wear makeup when you were a teenager?
My dad was the strictest dad in the world.
Oh, really?
No, so I used to put it on at a friend's house, or I used to go and put it on the way to school, and, And, I mean, thank God, I thank God that I haven't got a daughter to turn out anything like I was. I was vile. So, I mean, I've got a boy, so thankfully I won't have to go through any of this, but I don't envy you
Well, I'm sending her to a girls' school, actually, and that's one of the reasons, because I think when they start to get to that age where they become conscious of the way they look and their bodies and everything, I think all that stuff is quite a distraction.
It doesn't work, Lisa. I sent Keely to a girls' school. It doesn't work.
Really?
No, absolutely not, because all the girls at school have got all their makeup. It makes it worse in a way. I mean, Keely went through the goth stage, but... and you have to kind of go... If you go through it with them, you can control it. But if you go, no, absolutely not, they'll go... OK, do you know what? I'm going to do it somewhere else.
But it is that age-old argument. Do we wear makeup for ourselves or for boys?
But you just make them enjoy it. No, you make...
I look like I'm dead if I haven't got any makeup on.
You have to make them enjoy it
to help them.
You have to join them in it. So it doesn't become the most important thing. Like sex, it's not important, OK? You just say to them...
Speak for yourself, dear.
You just say to them...
On planet Sherrie, it's not.
Makeup is just part of life, and then they get over it. But if you make it important or make it a no-no, then it really will matter.
How old were you when you started wearing makeup?
Well, I was 4, because I was on stage at the age of 4. I was on stage at the age of 4, like you, singing and dancing, and you had to wear makeup, so makeup didn't really matter to me, because I wore it anyway,
I used it as a tool to make myself look older, so that older boys would fancy me.
Well, you're still doing it now, aren't you?
Yes.
12.
Now I do it to make myself look taller. Sure. It's not working, dear.
It's not working.
OK, here's your first chance.